If your organization looks like a ghost town, you're not just quiet, you're a productivity zombie. The lights are on, but the vital signs of progress are flatlining. This isn't just a temporary lull, it's a symptom of a much deeper problem, a self-inflicted wound that many companies are grappling with in the race for AI dominance. In the pursuit of short-term financial efficiency, many organizations made a critical decision to cut their specialized AI and data science teams. The logic seems straightforward on a balance sheet: reduce headcount, reduce operational expenditure. But the data coming back from the field tells a different story. Recent industry reports show a troubling pattern. A significant percentage of companies that enacted deep cuts in their AI talent are now facing staggering rehiring costs, sometimes up to 150% of the original payroll savings. Why? Because they didn't just cut salaries, they severed the three core arteries of any successful AI initiative: institutional knowledge, trust capital, and delivery momentum. These aren't just buzzwords, they are measurable assets that, once lost, are incredibly expensive and time-consuming to rebuild. First, let's talk about institutional knowledge. This is the unwritten manual for your company's technology. It's the why behind a critical piece of code, the history of a dataset's quirks, the subtle context that lives only in the minds of the engineers who built the system. When you lay off a senior data scientist, you don't just lose a person who can write Python. You lose the person who remembers why the model's performance degrades every third Tuesday, or which data pipeline is too fragile to touch during a quarterly report. This knowledge isn't stored in any wiki or Confluence page. It's tribal, passed down through mentorship and shared experience. Its absence creates a black hole. New hires, no matter how brilliant, are forced to reverse engineer decisions made years ago, turning weeks of potential progress into months of archaeological digging through old code repositories and forgotten design documents. Next, you cut trust capital. Trust is the lubricant for collaboration and speed. It's the faith that your leadership has your back, that your teammates are reliable, and that the company is a stable place to build a career. Layoffs shatter this trust instantly. The remaining employees, the so-called survivors, are often left with a toxic cocktail of guilt, anxiety, and overwork. They see their colleagues, their friends, treated as disposable line items. The implicit contract of loyalty is broken. This isn't a fleeting emotion, it has direct operational consequences. Collaboration becomes transactional and guarded. Engineers are less likely to help colleagues on other teams, hoarding their time for tasks that guarantee their own visibility and survival. The "we're all in this together" spirit evaporates, replaced by a "look out for number one" mentality. This erosion of trust is a silent killer of productivity. Finally, you obliterate delivery momentum. A high-performing AI team is like a flywheel. It takes immense effort to get it spinning, but once it's at speed, it generates continuous value. Each successful model deployment, each feature release, builds on the last. Layoffs are like jamming a crowbar into that flywheel. The immediate halt is obvious, but the real damage is the loss of inertia. Projects that were weeks from completion are now indefinitely stalled. The rhythm of shipping, testing, and iterating is broken. The remaining team, now smaller and demoralized, has to pick up the pieces, context switch between multiple half-finished projects, and deal with the technical debt left behind. What was once a smooth, predictable delivery cadence becomes a chaotic, reactive scramble. The organization loses its ability to ship, and with it, its ability to learn and compete. The costs don't stop there. Let's break down the financial fallout beyond the initial payroll savings. First, recruitment. Finding, vetting, and hiring elite AI talent is brutally expensive. We're talking recruiter fees, signing bonuses, and the immense cost of engineering hours spent on interviews, all to replace the talent you just let go. Then comes onboarding. Studies show it can take a new senior engineer 6 to 9 months to become fully productive. That's over half a year of salary paid for someone who is still learning your specific systems, your data, and your culture. While they ramp up, the product suffers. Bug and defect rates climb as the remaining team is stretched thin and new hires make predictable mistakes. Mean time to resolution for critical incidents skyrockets because the people who knew how to fix the system are gone. Each of these is a direct, measurable cost that chips away at and often completely negates the initial savings from the layoff. Let's look at two anonymized real-world scenarios. Company A, a mid-sized tech firm, decided to cut its AI division by 40% to meet quarterly targets. The immediate savings were celebrated, but within 6 months their flagship AI-powered recommendation engine started to degrade. Customer complaints soared. Their competitors, meanwhile, launched a superior feature. Company A was forced to rehire, but they found the talent pool skeptical and had to pay a premium. The project to fix the engine ended up taking 14 months, 200% over the initial budget, and they never fully regained their market leadership. Now consider Company B. Facing similar financial pressures, they chose a different path. Instead of deep cuts, they identified their core AI talent and redeployed others into adjacent roles, investing in retraining for new tooling. They preserved their institutional knowledge and trust. While their short-term savings were smaller, their AI roadmap never stalled. Within a year, they had successfully launched 2 new AI features, increasing user engagement by 15%. Their model accuracy improved steadily because the team that built it was still there to refine it. Company A optimized for a spreadsheet, Company B optimized for resilience. Beyond the numbers, there's a deeper, more insidious cost: the death of innovation. A culture of fear is the antithesis of a culture of experimentation. In the wake of layoffs, psychological safety evaporates. The remaining engineers, constantly looking over their shoulders, change their behavior. They stop taking risks. Why work on a bold, experimental new model that might fail when you can work on safe, predictable bug fixes that guarantee you look busy and productive? The desire to innovate is replaced by the instinct to survive. Backlogs for ambitious, spike tasks and proofs of concept dry up. The very activities that lead to breakthrough AI capabilities are abandoned in favor of just keeping the lights on. This risk aversion creates an innovation slump that can set a company back for years, allowing more stable competitors to leapfrog them. The board wanted AI-driven gains, but the actions taken created an environment where those gains become impossible. So let's model this financially. The true cost of an AI layoff isn't the number on the severance checks. It's a total cost of ownership calculation. You start with the supposed savings from reduced payroll. Then, you must subtract the very real, quantifiable costs that follow. Subtract the cost of rehiring. Subtract the cost of months of ramp-up time for new employees. Subtract the cost of increased product defects and customer churn. And crucially, subtract the cost of losing your best remaining talent, who inevitably leave the unstable environment for better opportunities. When you run this honest calculation, the picture changes dramatically. The short-term ledger fix often transforms into a significant long-term net loss. So what's the alternative? How do you build a resilient AI organization that can weather economic shifts without resorting to self-destructive cuts? The playbook is clear. First, invest in your people. This means creating robust mentorship programs that transfer institutional knowledge from senior to junior members. It means building and maintaining a culture of documentation, creating knowledge bases that serve as a shared brain for the team. It means fostering communities of practice where engineers can share learnings and solve problems together, strengthening the connective tissue of the organization. Second, invest in your processes. This is about making your operations robust and less dependent on any single individual. Implement rigorous MLOps hygiene, so that deploying, monitoring, and evaluating models is a standardized, automated practice, not artisanal guesswork. Champion rituals like blameless incident reviews, which build trust and turn failures into learning opportunities. Establish clear, transparent processes for everything from data governance to model validation.